In this video, you're presented with 3 pyramids. First pyramid has numbers 11, 12, 13 on the outside, and then number 3 in the middle. Second pyramid has numbers 21, 22, 23 on the outside, and then number 6 in the middle. And then the third pyramid has numbers 11, 22, and 33 on the outside. And then comes the missing number in the middle, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 5, choice B, 6, choice C, 7, and choice D, 9. Let me give you a little bit of time to think through the question just like you would in a real test. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review the answer together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the pattern here is amazingly simple. In these types of questions, a lot of times middle number is calculated as sum of outside numbers. And the trick here is not use the whole outside number, but instead use just the first digit. Let's take a close look at the first pyramid. It has outside numbers 11, 12, and 13, and the first digit in 11 is 1. First digit in 12 is also 1. And the same one is the first digit in 13. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. This is how the middle number was calculated by adding the first digit of outer numbers. Let's confirm this pattern with the second pyramid. It has numbers 21, 22, and 23 on the outside. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. And this is the moment of truth. It's time to calculate the missing number. The third pyramid has numbers 11, 22, and 33 on the outside. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. So the correct answer here is choice B, 6. In this question, you're presented with very interesting shape, which reminds me half pyramid. The first row of this shape has numbers 1, 2, and 3. See the pattern here? Second row has numbers 2, 3, 5, and 8. And third row also has 4 numbers, 3, 1, 4, and 5. And the fifth number is missing. You need to calculate the missing number and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 6, choice B, 7, choice C, 8, and choice D, 9. Since I already know the answer, and this challenge is really for you, here's the plan. Your goal is to understand the question and lock in your answer before time is up, just like you would on a real test. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I truly hope that you saw the pattern here where next number in the same row is calculated as the sum of previous 2 numbers. Let's look at the example. In the first row we have numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Let's switch to the second row. 2 plus 3 equals 5. And 3 plus 5 equals 8. In the third row you see that 3 plus 1 equals 4. And 1 plus 4 equals 5. And here's the moment to calculate the missing number. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And the correct answer here is choice D, 9. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with cool looking shape, which has 3 rows of numbers. First row has numbers 2, 3, and 5. Second row has numbers 4, 1, 6, and 7. And then the third row has numbers 3, 2, 5, 2, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 6, choice B, 7, choice C, 8, and choice D, 9. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Tackling this tricky question may seem like trying to catch an ice cream truck. You might have to run, but the reward is so sweet. Keep chasing, and that answer will be yours. You're presented with the group of shapes. First shape is to the second shape, as third shape is to the missing shape. You got it, right? You need to determine the missing shape out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. And here's our plan with this question. Take a moment to understand the question itself, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose one of 4 answer options before time is up. After you've selected your answer, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is very simple and elegant. Let's first understand what are we being asked to do in this question. To do this, let's look at the first 2 shapes, shapes 1 and 2. The statement is 2 between these 2 shapes means that there is a relationship between 2 shapes. And our goal is to determine the pattern in this relationship. And the objective of this question is to find the missing shape that matches the same transformation pattern, this relationship as I mentioned, in the second pair. Knowing this, let's look at the first pair of shapes to determine this relationship. In the first circle, we see a total of 7 shapes. 5 shapes on the top and 2 shapes on the bottom. 5 circles on the top are of the lighter colors, and 2 circles on the bottom are of the darker colors. Now let's compare it to the second shape to see if we can find the differences. Here's what I see. Number of circles on the opposite sides matches, even though they change the colors. And reverse the position. Let's look at the example. Left shape has 5 light small circles on the top, and right shape has 5 dark circles on the bottom. Following the same pattern, left shape has 2 dark circles at the bottom, and right shape has 2 light circles on the top. Knowing this, we can apply this pattern to the third shape to determine the missing one. Choices C and D could be eliminated quite easily because they have 5 shapes on the top, and this doesn't match the pattern. Choice B can be eliminated as well because shapes just move places from top to bottom. You see these 5 small circles moving from the top to the bottom, but unfortunately they do not change the color, which means that the correct answer here is choice A. But wait, are you ready for another round? Now that you know how to tackle these types of challenges, let's keep the momentum going. Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with the series of shapes. First shape is to the second shape, as third shape is to the missing shape. And you need to determine the missing shape out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. After you worked out your answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. To solve this amazing question, let's remember Ralph Waldo Emerson, who famously wrote, "Every artist was first an amateur." I think his words encourage us to think beyond what we already know and approach this challenge with fresh perspectives and fearless creativity. You're presented with the large grid, which has missing pieces, and your goal is to identify the piece that fits. Your choices for the answers are choices A, B, C, and D. Here's what we're gonna do. Take a moment to understand the question just like you would in a real test. Make sure you choose your answer before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is not very difficult. In fact, to solve it, we need to do 2 things. We need to focus on the edge areas and review the differences closely. And in the second step, we need to eliminate answer options that don't fit based on their shape and block count. Let's start by identifying those edge areas we need to focus on. I identified 5. Do you see more? This is what I found. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the areas where you need to look closely at the block difference in the answer choices. Let's look at the example. Let's look at the example in the first edge areas. You see that there are 2 blocks missing. Unfortunately, this doesn't help us much because these 2 blocks exist in all 4 answer choices, choices A, B, C, and D. Let's focus on the edge area 2. As we can see, it has 5 blocks missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, As far as I can see, choices A, B, and C still match this pattern, but we can successfully eliminate choice D. Now let's look at the edge area 3. It has 2 missing blocks, and this pattern only exists in shapes B and C, so we can also eliminate choice A. Edge area 4 has 1 missing block, but unfortunately it's not helpful because this pattern still exists in choices B and C. Well, our last hope is the edge area 5. Let's see if it's gonna be helpful. And voila! I think we're getting closer to the right answer because now we can eliminate the choice C. Well, and you know what time it is now, right? It's the magic time to announce the answer. The correct answer here is choice B, and we can now move it over and overlap with the main grid, so you can see that this answer is correct. Do you know any other alternative ways to solve these types of challenges quickly? Please make sure to post your recommendations in comments so we can all learn. In this question, you need to determine the highest value out of 4 expressions, and you have 4 choices to choose from. Choice A, 1/2 plus 1/3. Choice B, 0.8 multiplied by 1.1. Choice C, 2 minus 1/2. And choice D, square root of 9 minus 1/5. Here's our plan with this question. Take a moment to understand the question itself, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose one of 4 answer options before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution and how to do it quickly, step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is really easy. As you might have guessed, to solve it, you need to calculate each expression in decimals and compare the numbers to determine the highest. Let's start with choice A, 2 fractions, 1/2 plus 1/3. To solve this expression, we need to add fractions with common denominator, which is 6. 1/2 equals 3/6, and 1/3 equals 2/6. 3/6 plus 2/6 equals 5/6, which approximately, when converted in decimal, equals 0.83. Now let's look at choice B, 0.8 multiplied by 1.1. If you think about it, it's so simple you can do it in your head. It would be equal 8 multiplied by 11, moving the results behind the dot. So the answer is 0.88. Probably the easiest one to calculate is choice C, 2 minus 1/2. 1/2 equals 0.5. And 2 minus 0.5 equals 1.5. Choice D is not difficult either. Square root of 9 minus 1/5. Square root of 9 equals 3. 1/5 equals 0.2. 3 minus 0.2 equals 2.8. And now it's easy to compare the values. Choice A equals 0.83. Choice B 0.88. Choice C 1.5. And choice D 2.8. Just to remind you, the original question is determine the highest value. The correct answer here is choice D, 2.8. In this question, you're presented with unusual but very cool looking set of expressions. First expression is soccer ball plus basketball equals 7. Second expression is basketball minus soccer ball equals 3. And then the third expression is soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8, choice B, 10, choice C, 12, and choice D, 15. This is our plan. Take a moment to understand the question, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose your answer as 1 out of 4 possible options, and you need to do it before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I truly hope so, because the solution is as simple and as elegant as this set of expressions. To solve this challenge, we need to remember high school math, or maybe middle school math, or maybe even elementary school math. Remember, we used to do it with x and y variables. Here, instead of x and y, we have basketball and soccer ball. To To get the answer to this challenge, we need to use our three-step solution. In the first step, we'll calculate the value of the basketball. In the second step, we'll calculate the value of soccer ball. And then in the step 3, we will calculate the expression. You know, the expression with the missing value. Soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals question mark. Let's do it step by step. First, let's join two equations together. Soccer ball plus basketball in parentheses plus basketball minus soccer ball in parentheses equals 7 plus 3. After we simplified, we learned that 2 basketballs equals 10, which would mean that 1 basketball would equal 10 divided by 2 and would equal 5. Now we're ready for step 2 to calculate the value of the soccer ball. Let's substitute the value of the basketball in the first equation. Soccer ball plus 5 equals 7, which means that soccer ball value is 2. Let's summarize. We've completed first 2 steps, and we've learned that value of the basketball is 5, and the value of the soccer ball is 2. Now we're ready to solve the original expression. Remember the one? Soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals question mark. Cool thing about what we know now is that we know the values of both soccer ball and basketball. Let's substitute them. 2 multiplied by 5 equals 10. So the correct answer here is choice B, 10. Here's an amazingly cool question to boost your critical thinking abilities. A retail store offers a loyalty program where customers earn 2 points per every dollar on the first $200 spent, and they earn 3 points per $1 beyond that. Customers needs 1,000 points to get a $10 discount. Here's the question for you. If a customer spends $350, how much discount can they redeem? Your choices for the answers are choice A, $7, choice B, $8.50, choice C, $10, and choice D, none. Just like on the real test, your goal is to understand the question and make sure you're not getting confused, because it's very easy to do here. You also need to lock in your answer before timer is up. Once you're ready, we will reconnect on the other side to review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution is simple, but not straightforward, so let's solve it together. To solve this question, let's understand 2 important facts about the earning structures. Spending up to $200 earns 2 points per dollar, and spending beyond $200 earns 3 points per dollar. Now we can calculate points earned in 3 simple steps. For the first $200 spent, customer earned 200 multiplied by 2 equals 400 points. For the remaining $150 spent over $200, customer earned 150 multiplied by 3 in equal 450 points. Total points earned for the customer is 400 plus 450 equals 850 points. Remember our threshold for redemption? Customer needs to earn 1,000 points to redeem a $10 discount. When we analyze the problem, we learned that customer has earned only 850 points from the $350 spending. Since this is below 1,000 point threshold, they cannot redeem any discounts. So our conclusion, the customer earned 0 discounts from the purchase. And the correct answer here is choice D, none. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.